Hey guys, I'm really excited about this. I kind of had an idea and then I just thought I'm gonna research a whole lot of recipes and make my own version. So, brown butter, cream cheese frosted banana cupcakes. What? I know. I think it's gonna be incredible. I've had banana cake before with cream cheese frosting, but I was like, I love brown butter things. And I don't know, I just have a hankering for some brown butter nuttiness. I don't know where that's coming from, cravings. Anyways, and I had some old bananas, and so I was like, oh, banana bread, I don't know, I'm kind of tired of banana bread, so here you go. I made this recipe up, combining with a bunch of other recipes. So this is gonna be a fun one, and I actually have some neighbors that I wanna take some cupcakes to. They've had a real rough little season, so I'm gonna cheer them, and then of course I'll taste a few, but I can get rid of them. That's my inspiration to make them. So let's get started with these delicious goodies. First up, I've got a stick of butter in my mixer. I've been creaming it. I'm gonna add in a cup of sugar, half cup of brown sugar, and I'm gonna get this nice and creamy. And really important when you're creaming butter with your sugar, don't rush this step. You wanna really let that get nice and incorporated and nice and fluffy. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, my sugar and butter have been creamed. I scraped down the sides. Don't be scared to give it a little second, scrape down the sides. Now I'm gonna add one egg at a time. I've already cracked them into a bowl. There goes one. You don't wanna overwhelm it with both of them at the same time. I'm not exactly sure why, but every recipe I've ever seen, add one egg at a time. So first one's in, going, second one's in, and then, you guys, the mashed bananas. So, 2 mashed bananas. Well, my banana's this big or this big. I mean, they can be different sizes. So, it's about a cup of mashed banana. It doesn't have to be exact, but you want to be pretty close. So, I've just mashed it onto a plate. And I can tell it's roughly a cup. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I just mashed it with a fork, peeled them. The other thing with when you make banana bread, if you don't already know this, or banana cake, cupcakes in this case, it's best when the bananas are nice and brown and speckly. The sugars are super developed and it makes them super sweet. So definitely don't use bananas that are green or just barely yellow. You want to make sure they're nice and brown. Okay, this is incorporated. Now I'm going to take my dry ingredients. I'll turn this off. Move my mixer over just a touch. I've got 2 cups of flour, and in here are cinnamon, nutmeg, that's my little twist, baking soda, and salt. So that's gonna go in there. I'm just gonna use a fork and kind of whisk that around. Oh, I forgot the vanilla. So vanilla will also go in here. Teaspoon of vanilla. Get that mixed in. You also could be really extra special and do like a vanilla bean pod if you wanted it to be extra vanilla-y, but I think just buy a decent quality vanilla and you should be good. Okay. So, I got dry ingredients and I got a little bit of wet ingredients. This is buttermilk. The recipe actually called for sour cream. I didn't have sour cream, so I did my own research and saw that I actually made my buttermilk with some half and half, so it's a thicker version of buttermilk, and then acid. It can either be a distilled white vinegar or lemon juice. I happen to have some fresh lemon juice, so I'm doing that. So I will start with part of my dry ingredients, not all of it, but I'll go dry, and then I'm going to go with the wet, nice and curdled. Obviously sour cream is more thick than buttermilk. That's why I chose to use half and half. We happen to have some extra that I needed to get used up. But it still will have that tang, and it should come out pretty well. And now the rest of the dry ingredients. I'm gonna get a special spin, but I'm gonna get this incorporated, then we're gonna get it into our muffin tins. Okay guys, use my scooper, and so I can get even cupcakes. It made a little bit more than 12, so I've got 16 here. I got a little half. I probably could have squeezed all that batter in here, but I didn't really wanna overflow them. They're pretty full up to the top. So these are going in a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes, and then they will cool, and frosting time. I can't wait. Okay, so I'm browning the butter for the brown butter cream cheese frosting, and it's making a lot of noise. It's kind of it's on medium heat, but it's kind of separating out that steam, and that's what's gonna give it kind of that deeper brown color. Definitely don't wanna do this in a dark bottomed pan if you can help it, because it's really hard to tell when the butter is browned. You don't wanna burn it, but you wanna get it brown, and then I will transfer this into a bowl. Okay, it's nice and brown. I'm turning off my heat. It can get burned really fast, so I'm gonna be transferring this, sorry, hard to film and pour at the same time, into this bowl. And then I'm gonna put this in the fridge to actually harden back up, and then I'll be whipping it with the cream cheese. So just can't wait for this frosting. Okay guys, 25 minutes later, cupcakes, they've been cooling for just a minute. I can gently get them by the edge of I did muffin papers. I think you saw that from before, but I sprayed those, by the way, I didn't mention that. And I'm just gonna set these out to cool, but I wanna mention, I talked about that brown butter for the brown butter cream cheese frosting. So, the brown butter, as you saw, put it in this bowl, and now it's solid again. So I'm gonna try and in this bowl make the frosting. It may be, I might have to transfer it to the mixer, we'll see, with all the powdered sugar. But I'm gonna be adding my cream cheese to this with my handheld mixer and mixing that up, and then incorporating the powdered sugar along with a little bit more vanilla extract. But the cupcakes, or the banana bread cupcakes need to cool first. So I can't frost them until those are completely cool. So I'm gonna set this out for a little bit. My cream cheese is at room temperature. These will cool, and then we'll get to frosting and tasting. Whew, I'm real excited. All right, frosting. I figured y'all did not need to see me whip that, but I'm gonna tell you what I did. So I showed you the butter. It had hardened, but because it had been browned, it breaks up really quickly. So I whipped that with my little hand mixer. I threw in my brick of cream cheese, which I brought up to room temperature, got that whipped, and then slowly incorporated the powdered sugar. So you don't want to do it all at once, otherwise you're gonna have a nice frosted face. So I spooned it in like 3 chunks of the 3.5 cups that went in there. Come look at this. See the brown flecks? So that's the brown butter. And for some people, they may be like, ew. But, I mean, not ew when you taste it. Okay, I have a little piping bag, so I'm just gonna fold that over. If you didn't have a piping bag, you guys, so simple. Ziploc. I'm using my piping bag because I do prefer that. But you can take a Ziploc and you put the frosting into it just like I'm doing, kind of peel back the zipper part of it. So you've got like a little cuff, and then you're going to fill it up with frosting. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. Kind of wipe it off on the edge. And I'm gonna fold it back up and kind of give it some shakes, okay? And all you would do, if you did it in your bag, same thing, and then you're gonna cut a little corner off. And how big you want your hole is kind of up to you. I wouldn't make it real tiny, but there we go, we're already going. So, I'm not gonna film all these, but you can see I'm gonna leave a little bit of an edge. Oh, you guys, there's nothing like more drool enticing, in my opinion, than frosting a freaking cupcake. Are you kidding me right now? I'm like, pardon me, I need to swallow because I'm like salivating. So I'm gonna get these all frosted up, and then I'm gonna bring y'all back for some taste testing, and undoubtedly me going, oh my God, it's the best thing ever, because it's gonna be so good. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. Sometimes there's no words. And just from the licking of a little bit of frosting that I've done, you guys, isn't it perfect and pretty? Look at that, little flecks of brown butter. So, don't mind if I do. You guys, I'm so happy that I had a craving for brown butter and I had old bananas, because this is the joy that has become out of my little craving. Oh my gosh, y'all. I don't know how you guys eat your cupcakes, but I like to divide them into like little sections so I can like savor them. So here's section number 1. I'm sure I'll be eating more, but I'll do one taste test with y'all. Okay, here we go.
guys. Oh my gosh. This is Shouty Cat problem. I'm a sucker for cream cheese frosting as it is, but you put some brown butter in that and then do the banana. Damn it. Why did I make these? Glad I have some neighbors in need, well, emotional support need. I'm gonna spoil them with some cupcakes. Oh my word, creamy. It's great balance because the cream cheese frosting is a little bit tart, has a little bit of a tang, and then the banana cupcake is not too sweet, and you can taste that. Remember I told you I did a little bit of nutmeg in there? It's almost a little bit like a spice cake, but banana-y. It's really, it has like layers of flavor. Sorry for the people that are pissed at me for making this one. It's real good. Alrighty, delight of the bite. Subscribe, share, tell your friends. Thank you for watching. If you are not checking me out over on Instagram, I sometimes post random food things on that. So my Instagram handle is @delightofthebite. Shocking. But thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week. I don't know what fun will happen, but it's not gonna be sweet. I promise you that. I need a break. All right, bye.